We're going to talk about the pros and cons of finding out the gender of your baby versus not finding out the gender of your baby. Actually going for our 20-week scan today, but we do also have a 2-year-old whose gender we didn't find out until birth, whereas this time we have already found out and we know we're having a baby boy. I think the biggest pro is actually being able to say that, like, we're having a baby boy, and being able to say him rather than them. Yeah,
it happened a lot, and people thought you're having twins, and it was just really confusing, having to explain that to everyone. Yeah, especially older generations, to be honest.
Yeah, like if you said them and they're like, oh, you're having two?
Yeah.
Like, no, I just don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Yeah. And you don't want to call it because it feels rude.
Yeah, and it doesn't really feel like, you're saying it's like it's a thing.
Yeah, it's just not nice. So yeah, you have to say them, and then it's...
Yeah.
Like,
dangerous territory.
Confusing. Another pro is that you're able to buy specific clothing. So, like, you've already gone out and bought a cute little boy's outfit with Amaya, aren't you?
Yeah.
You wanted to buy for baby boy.
Yeah. Well, Amaya did, not me.
Okay.
Yeah. She chose it, then chose something for herself. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you're able to, like, decide what you want, whereas obviously if you don't know, you're choosing from gender-neutral clothing generally.
Yeah.
And then being able to decide on a name for definite, and then, like, referring to the baby as that name and making specific things for them. So, like, little things with their names on blankets or things like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big thing, and obviously you can do that after birth, but it is nice to do that before.
Yeah.
Calling in him, like, knowing it's a him, means we can tell Amaya, oh, it's baby brother.
Yeah.
So it's clearer for her as well.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, I'd not even thought about that. Like, it's so much better for her to be able to say, I'm having a baby brother, and then she can start to, like, piece it all together, make sense of it, rather than, because at some point she would definitely ask us, like, is it a boy or a girl? She would have asked us anyway. So, like, being able to tell her that, that's so nice. Okay, I think not finding out the gender until birth, the biggest pro is that surprise, that, like, magical surprise at birth. Like, I remember when Amaya was born and they said it's a girl, and we were like, oh, we were crying, like, tears streaming, which we probably would have done if it were a boy anyway. Of course, I'm sure we would, because it's all just a magical moment. But it was so nice having that surprise. Wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it was really nice, because at the end of the day, it's like you've been waiting for that moment for so long. So to actually be able to see them there is an amazing thing, and the fact that you're like, oh wow, I actually know what you are now. So
we're talking about the pros of, like, buying things beforehand. On the flip side, if you don't find out, you don't buy those things beforehand, but then you've got more time to think about other things, and, like, you spend less time obsessing over the gender. I don't feel like I'm obsessing over the gender this time, and I don't know if that's what people do, but I feel like I'm spending more time thinking about the fact that it's a boy and, like, what boys things will I do. When actually I read this article on Bounty, and it was actually all about raising boys and girls, and how many of the things you do similar, or you should do similar. For example, like buying boys traditionally girls toys, like babies and dolls, because it's obviously very important for them to learn to be nurturing and learn how to care for babies and other people. So you spend less time thinking about that if you don't know the gender anyway. And you just accept, like, it's a baby no matter what. This might be a bit of a mixed one, because not everybody has a gender reveal anyway, or, like, for us we had a little intimate gender reveal. But if you don't find out the gender till birth, you don't have that pressure of, like, organising a gender reveal and doing that whole process, because it's just another thing to think about in pregnancy, along with, like, baby showers and the million other things that you have to get ready. So it takes that pressure away, which is nice.
It does.
Another thing, obviously, about you not finding out is that nobody else knows, so everybody buys you more, like, gender neutral gifts, which has meant now that we've got so many clothes, like, from 0 to 6 months, that we can reuse for baby boy, because they're like whites or creams, beige, whatever, or little grey, like that cute little panda.
I know, that was
lovely. I can't wait for him to wear that.
I know.
And then you get to, like, recreate those memories as well.
Of
Amaya in them and then the baby boy in them. So that's super sweet. So we've got so much more stuff that we don't even have to buy again.
I know. Well, I think, that's an absolute amazing part. And because we actually didn't do, paint the room pink or all these different, like, colours. We went with more greys and whites. So it was really nice that, like, everything's just really neutral. From the decor to...
I think that looks nicer anyway.
Timeless. I think it's more timeless anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about more pros of not finding out, but I genuinely have really enjoyed finding out this time.
Yeah.
I love being able to say baby boy and being able to tell him my like baby brother.
Yeah.
And I think just doing it this way around, where you don't find out with your first and then you do with your second or more.
Yeah, because
is
then you
more
can
practical.
prepare.
Yeah.
You can like start sorting things out, which
Yeah.
we feel
Like
like
we have
already
so many vacuum bags and bags of Amaya's clothes that we've been able to look through and like
Yeah.
decide whether we're putting it in storage for potentially in the future if we have any more,
Yeah.
or like use it, get it out and use it again.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that aspect of it has been really good, but I think when you got the second one, you want to be able to make sure that you've got kind of everything prepared in a sense, because now you know we've got Amaya, so we need to make sure that we're giving her, you know, our time,
Yeah.
and we're giving her, you know, what she needs.
Life is going to be hectic this time round.
Exactly.
You don't have as much time to just spend in that newborn bubble and soak it all
No.
up because you've got a toddler as well.
Exactly. And now you've
Yeah.
got work, you've got other things that you've got going on, so you want to make sure that you keep it as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
Well, as seamless as it can be.
Yeah, I know that makes sense.
Yeah.
Follow us for more pregnancy content. We are due our baby boy in January.
And if you don't already follow us, please follow us.
That's what I just said.
I know. I just said it a bit better. You know. Yeah.
Follow us for more. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye. Kwaheri.